Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how are we all doing? It feels like a long time since I last did a live stream, and it probably is. It's about, oh goodness, must almost be 3 or 4 weeks. It's been busy, we have been busy, but hello, it's good to be back, and fingers crossed we're going to have some internet behaving, so nice to be back here. G'day Joe, good morning to you, nice and early there in Texas, how you doing buddy? Nice to see you. Chinook, how are you? Brendan, Mornay, hello to you both as well. You're doing good, Joe. Pleased to hear that I am doing well. Hey, FS Crofter, how you doing, buddy? Welcome along. Nice to see you as well. So, yeah, welcome back, everyone. It has been a while since we've been on the live stream, so I thought I'd take it easy and do a little impromptu one. No big fanfare or anything like that. We just let's set it going and get straight into it. So we are back on Southern Cross, and we're going to get some seeding done. So we are all set up. There's no game sound, but that's because I wasn't tabbed into the game. Should have game sound in that there now. Hey Shubs, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. But we are all set up. We've got the Seed Hawk, the 65 footer, the BC Bueller's one. Going to run that. We're going to plant some canola and barley, I think, is where we're sitting in our planting window at the moment. Let's just have a look. Yeah, barley and canola. So we've got 3 fields ready to go. Number 14 down there, 24 and 6. So do barley in a couple and canola in the other. Don't know which way around we're going to do it yet. We will just take it easy and see how we go. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Been looking forward to an Argsy live stream. Yeah, I've been looking forward to finding the chance to, 1, find the time to do it, and 2, have the confidence in my internet. And it's been behaving itself the last week or so. I've been keeping a really close eye on how it's going in the evenings, and it's been good. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, love the hats. This is one of only 2 that I know of in the wild. So FSG got this one made. This is the see it just there, the Argsy Rules one. He sent that over to me from Scotland, all the way from Scotland. So that came and was packaged, of course. The Farmsome Guy black hat. So we've got a choice now. We have a selection of caps. Pretty cool. So it did motivate me though, having seen them, because they are top quality hats. So try and get something done with some Argsy ones too. So I'm working on it. Hopefully we can get something up on the merch shop and get some hats made. So that'll be cool. But yeah, no, it's good to be back. Good to be back. So what are we doing? Well, I have gone and leased a whole lot of equipment. I can't even remember. So I set this stream up probably 3 weeks ago in preparation, and I've had the thumbnail sitting there for a couple of weeks. But it is what it is. So I can't actually remember what we had set up. But we've leased the truck. We've leased the seeders and the air cart. And we've leased one of the AGI conveyors, and this is the seed prep one. So we are making our own seeds today, and I haven't actually used this. Oh well, I lie. I've used it trying to test things out. Let's have a look. So we've got 2,300 litres of seed in there already, and if I remember correctly, I did have a look, because we have this wonderful tool here. Showed us our seeds. So if we put barley and everything, we need 3 and a bit thousand for that field. 2 and a bit thousand, so that's 3, 4, 5,500, and this one another 4,000. So we need almost 9,000, 10,000 litres of seed. So if we make 6 or 7, once we do some canola, that should be enough. So we'll see how it goes. Early morning delivery of pipe for the oil field for you, Joe. Explains why you're up early. Yeah, let's hope indeed. Let's hope indeed. I've actually I was chatting to Chinook, and all going well. I might meet Chinook in a couple of weeks. We can make it up here. We are going to, well, he's going to try and come up and give me a hand to see if we can sort my internet out once and for all. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, this little conveyor, they're pretty cool actually. So I think it's just a case of just coming in here. I did use, I can't remember which seed we used. I think I used the sorghum or the barley because it was the cheapest seed. So I was thinking about it. We'll just let this go for a little bit, not too long, but we'll chew through. But I was thinking, using a seed that you produce lots of, or a crop you produce lots of, like corn, a high yielding, low income crop. So if we have a look at the price here, what's barley worth at the moment? $300, $400. Sorghum's a bit more expensive, so we're better off probably using a barley. Sunflower's even more expensive. Oh, we actually had some corn, but yeah, $300 down there as well. So using something that's worth a little bit less and higher producing, you actually get your seed for even cheaper. If you were using soybeans, 600, 700, we know that can get up to $1,000. can get pretty expensive for your seed, but using something that's cheap and high yielding is probably the way to go. So that's still processing through. I don't actually know how much seed it's got left in it. Let's have a look how much we produced. We're up to 5,000 litres. We'll let that go for a little bit. Now the other thing I did just want to see, I don't know if we've got any fertiliser. What have we got in here? I think that's fertiliser, isn't it? Looks like fertiliser. Some lime, got some liquid fertiliser, and some more lime over that side. So I think if we go and find, here it is. Don't have to go very far at all. Jump into New Holland. Go and grab that fertiliser. We'll see if we can put that into the planter as well. Nice to have you all here. It is, it's nice to be back streaming. That's it, it's been a while. So I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you all for all the lovely comments and all the support you've shown over the last 4 or 6 weeks. You know, things have been a little bit all over the place. I am feeling a little bit better about timing wise and getting things done. It'll be my first Sunday at home this week. We've had 3 football tournaments with our kids the past 3 weeks, which has been a lot of fun actually. Very successful too. I've won 2 out of 3 of them and came 3rd in the most recent one. So they've actually only lost 1 game in the past. I'm not even going to try and stack that. I've lost 1 game out of the tournaments. They only lost that 1-0 in the last minute. So it's been a pretty successful few weeks of football, which has been fun too. Hey Saran, how you doing? I did see that photo, thank you. I'm pleased he has finally arrived, and my sincere apologies that it has taken a long time for me to get organised and get that to you, but you've got it now, which I'm pleased to see. I did actually log on last night because I've got tracking numbers and everything for where it's at, and had a look to see if you had it yet, and it was in Ireland middle of last week I think, so I'm pleased you have finally received it. Fingers crossed everyone else has. I know Stone Cold Aussie had one going his way, Mr. Simulations in the States, and Anzac here in New Zealand. Hopefully he's got his too. John, how you doing? Nice to welcome you back to the stream. How are you? Now, that must be, I'm going to guess that is the seed. Can never remember. Oops. Oh, no, oh, it's detected fertilizer, has it? Why is that folding up on its own? Going on with that. I honestly can't remember which of these hoppers is the fertilizer one. It's one of the front ones. Where are we going now? Okay, let's try that. Nice to have you back, John. It's good to be back as well. Oops. Am I tucked? What's going on here? Please tell me I'm not going crazy. Shouldn't be doing that, should it? Look at it's possessed. Does it tell me which one? So we are on. I'm going to select our seed. Let's put barley in first. Doesn't actually show us. Oh, ear card. There we go. Let's have a look. That one. Maybe it is the big one. Maybe it is. Maybe I wasn't close enough then. Goodness only knows. Try that now. Ah, there we go. Got him! Finally. Success. There we go. Let's go grab that other box now as well. Close that down again. Yeah, so I thought it was a good way to get back into it, John, having had a few weeks off. But hopefully we can get back to doing these a bit more frequently. I've missed them actually. I've missed streaming. Yeah, I've had mornings on like, oh, it would have been nice to do a stream this morning or something like that. But like you say, it just has not worked out. There we go. That'll do. 1,000 litres of fertiliser here. That's good. So I hope the little Lego man lives up to expectations around the very long-awaited delivery. Alright, there we go, perfect. You're working at 4 AM, Chinook, but you're here. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Don't have to stay for the don't feel like you have to stay for the whole thing. Just appreciate you being here for the start of it, at least. I figured you must have been working very early mornings at the moment with your communications this afternoon. Thought it was a bit early for you to be home. Playing some farm sim, I did notice as well on Discord. Alright. Let's go. See how much seed we've got. 7,000 litres. Well, didn't I say 7,000 litres with a mix of canola and barley would just about do it. So let's go and throw this into the planter. Onto the air card at least. We do know we'll have to switch over the auger. I will just do that first and then we will get backed up and we can go and make a start onto the planter. Yeah, it has been a crazy few weeks, I know, with what you're doing. Certainly it's been pretty busy. Can't be easy either. Right, let's just make sure we've got our tip side as the grain door. Perfect. That's what we want when we're tipping into a conveyor like this. If we back up here. Done. All going to plan. I like that. It's good. Alright. Oh, it didn't fill. Ah, okay. We will go swap to the other hopper. Do that while we were here. Yeah. Get backed into this one as well. Just like that. Easy peasy. There's a lot to dissect, I guess, from when we last had a little bit of a chat. Obviously, FarmCon has been and gone. Now, I haven't even had a chance to catch up on everything that happened with that, because that was a weekend we were away with football. Still running. But yeah, I'm very excited about all the news that came out of FarmCon. Obviously, the Vermeer pack. Very excited to try out that self-propelled baler. That looks pretty cool. I'm pleased to finally see that in game. Pumps and hoses. Probably didn't think through that name quite as well as they could have. But that's looking pretty good too. Where should we start? Should we go and let's go and start down in the backfield. Gonna put canola in the backfield. So I went past it. Here we go for a drive and go and find somewhere to plant some canola. But yeah, the pumps and hoses, that looks awesome. That dragline sort of manure spreading, I think, will be very cool and is going to encourage a lot of people to either look at ways to buy manure or slurry digestate, or you know, add animals and do animals a little bit more. I think that's pretty cool. Hey Strody, how you doing, mate? Great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. It is nice to be back. Been a while. In fact, it was June 29th, I think, was my last live stream here on Southern Cross. So, been a while since we were on this map, but I think my last live stream was early July, maybe the 17th or something like that. Can't remember exactly when. But it has been a while. It's good to be back. I'm pleased to be here. The map for the new edition, yeah, the map looks. I'm impressed with the map too. Just the not so much that it's the logging map. Like, I don't mind logging, so. That is pretty cool too, but just the fact the new features they're bringing in, you know, the water, the puddles, the stream, you know, Ola had done a fantastic job on Renaboo with his moving water, flowing water, but you know, looks like Giants have even gone another step with that. Pretty cool. The new production elements, the new trees, a whole lot of things to look forward to. The winch really is going to be a pretty cool map. And in fact, we were having a bit of a chat in Scott Freefall's stream this morning, and he was we were having a chat about, you know, what other production chains you could bring now that steel's going to be in, or iron. I can't remember which one it was, but you know, we're going to have new materials, and some ideas there for different production chains after boat building became a thing, or it's going to become a thing. What else could you build? Looking forward to the roller rakes. Yeah, that'll be good too. Joe Mama, will you play on the Africa map? Which Africa map are you talking about, Joe? You talking about, can't remember the name of it now. Farmer Bob's African map? I know more if Mornay's still here, he'll be able to tell me what it's called. Hello Ryan, welcome along. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining in. Nice to see so many of you, so many familiar faces and some new ones. So pleasure to have you all here. Yes, Mornay is here. What's the South African name of the South African map that Farmer Bob did? I can't remember it off the top of my head. Gary, that's the one. Thank you, Joe. You knew it, obviously, when you were asking me. I haven't got any plans to do anything on it, Joe, but I have shared it on the map directory, so we've got more than enough on my plate at the moment, so certainly one there that's hanging around. And we're enjoying a Glen Valakis, I think it is, a 12-year-old single malt whiskey tonight. Very quite a dark. You can see that very well. Very dark. Quite a heavy-handed pour too. So hopefully I'll still be driving by the end of the stream. Steve, how you doing? Welcome along. Great to have you here. Stoked you could catch a stream. I'm just stoked to be streaming again, Stephen, and we've been going. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to say anything about my internet and how long we've been going with no issues. Not even going to bring it up. But things are running smoothly, which is the most important thing for me. You know, 100% hand on heart. That was one of the reasons I've just had no confidence, and you know, the last few streams have been really frustrating with the internet and things like that, and you know, I want to be giving you guys a quality product that you come along and enjoy and want to tune in next time, and I just, you know, much as you are all very kind and generous with refreshing and things like that, I know when I've been on the other end or on that side, it is frustrating and very hard to stick to sometimes, so yeah, see. So fingers crossed things stay how they are. Can we get more Deer Creek? Oh, we've finished on Deer Creek as well, Joe, but we are going to get back into Stone Valley very soon. Carry on with our beets and potatoes and all those crazy things. And what was the other? I've actually, and I suppose I can. He's posted about it on the forums, but AJ Farmer. If anyone is familiar with who AJ Farmer is, Griffin, Indiana, FS19. He submitted that to Giants today for testing FS22. Griffin, Indiana, the FS22 version has been submitted to Giants for testing, and I actually contacted him about a week ago and said, you know, don't know if you've got anyone lined up to do a video or anything like that, but if you wanted someone to take a look at it, what are we stuck on here? I would be honoured to take a look at it and have put together a preview video of it, and he was very, very welcoming and very appreciative of that, of me contacting him. So hopefully in the next day or two we're going to have a copy of Griffin, Indiana to do a preview on. So we've had a bit of an influx of maps lately, which is pretty cool. I like getting back into doing some of those things, so I'm looking forward to bringing that one out, and I'm actually hoping, I'm really hoping that it will make a good map for a 5-minute farmer in September, doing a more of American style farming. Slightly bigger equipment, obviously not quite this big, but you know, slightly bigger equipment, slightly bigger fields, but still being able to produce some short, succinct videos. So looking forward to giving that a whirl. Right, we are unfolded. We have our canola selected. We have seed. We have fertilizer. We have the horsepower. We are good to go. Let's crank it up. Down the right tool to lower it down. Let's get seeding. Oh, dusty lands. Haven't tried that with a big air cart yet. Look at that. What ratio have we got this on at the moment? 2.1. Let's just bump it down a touch. There you go. Gonna have to retire to play the ball. I know that feeling, Jason. I know that feeling. Gareep is going to be completely redone. Oh, pleased to hear that. That'll be awesome. Alright, we're into it. Planting our canola. We'll go around the headlands a couple of times. We do have GPS, so we'll get that set up and we'll be into it. Proper planting done. All seems to be going so well so far. Better watch out with now a police car for all platforms with the Defender 90 pack. I saw that. I actually thought that was kind of cool that they brought that brought a few different skins and that out for that, different styles. Adds to what people want to do. Still has a purpose as a farm vehicle if you want to use it that way, but if you want to have a bit of a role play, or you know, you can see it's going to pop up on a number of multiplayer servers all over the place already. People will love it. I did read a comment today from a trustworthy source, or someone I trust a lot, that it needs a little bit of titivating still, a little bit of work on it. It wasn't quite as refined as it could be, but still, they can do that. That would be great. Certainly is too many good maps to play at the moment, Jason. I know, you know, we've often chatted about letting the old maps die and retire and bringing out the new ones, and you know, we've seen some great new maps coming out for 22 already. But I still think there is a place for some maps from 19. Make a comeback. Nismo, how you doing, buddy? What's up? Good to see you. Welcome back. Good to be back. Good to be back. Love Homeworld to come back. Great size and very local to you. Yeah, that's that. You know, even Homeworld or even just another UK-based 4x map would be ideal. I think that is one thing. But I haven't heard too much about there being any in development or anything like that. But certainly would be great. Homeworld was a goodie. It really was. Don't know if it'll happen with what happened with FSUK and the through there. Give me 2 seconds. Child up and about. Back. Not going to tell you what just happened. Joys of children. Joys of children. Running wild. He was running wild. He was running wild asleep. So had a little accident. That's right. Mr. Mojo Man, howdy buddy. How are you? Good to see you. Right, let's get back into this. Puff now. Racing around the house, trying to stop him doing what he was doing and cleaning up afterwards. So, back to my thought process. Mr. Mojo Man, I am doing well, thank you very much. Nice to be back streaming for the first time in a wee while. Doing very well. Oxygen David's working on Quartz Farm, another UK map coming in a year time, I think. Yeah, I think he said it wasn't going to be too much longer. I wasn't going to be much closer to the end of the year, was it? But we're getting to the end of the year pretty quick. But who saw his post about rabbits? He's got rabbits. That's pretty cool. It's impressive that he's managed to figure out how to add additional animals in. It'll be huge if he can do that, and others can then use his knowledge, see what else can be added. That's pretty cool. What about a series on the old Kiwi? You mean the map, not me. To be honest, Crofter, I'm not actually much of a fan of those maps. Just, I don't know. Something about them, I mean, you know, he says they're Kiwi maps, but it just doesn't feel quite right to me. You know, you get maps like this, which is quintessentially Australian, everything about it, you know. You can imagine it being Australian, but some of those just, you know, I don't know, just doesn't grab me as local. Not like, you know, Homeworld or Greenville or something like that, but that's just me personally. Very popular maps, no, don't get me wrong there, I know a lot of people play on them, so there's nothing wrong with them, and they are a popular choice and has a very strong following. Can't wait for summer, Nismo. Neither can I, mate. I'm over this winter. Just about need flippers to survive. Now it's icy cold. Oxy said on Facebook he's looking to calves, piglets and more. That'd be awesome. That'd be very cool. You could have roos. Well, if you can get an animated model of a roo, then you probably could. The only thing that I didn't like with the rabbits was the lighting effect on them. But I mean, it wasn't bad. If it was a first go, just a proof of concept, then I'm sure there's more development in there. But if I was going to be picky, that would be the one comment I would have to say. Not turning too tight. Haven't quite got into the corner there either. That's right. Sort that out later. You haven't looked at it, yeah. Oh, I mean, and part of it's just me being, you know, being a Kiwi. I just don't think it is quite a Kiwi map, but others might think otherwise. New Zealand's very distinct and different. Has a lot of different areas, a lot of different feels to the farms and that. So, what one might think is a farm, others might not either. Steel Horse, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Got another heatwave in the UK. We won't be able to call the English people white. You used to be able to spot an Englishman from a long way away because they were all pale and pasty, but the way it's going over there, you won't be able to. They'll all be red. Archie, you're just in... Not quite sure what you were trying to say. You just new, or you just in Aussie? Welcome along, mate. Nice to have you here. Good to see you, Archie. Welcome along. Chinook, welcome back. Have a beer. You're a legend. Thanks, mate. I'll have a whiskey. Thank you. You know what I really need to do? I need to get someone like Whiskey or More. Whiskey and More or someone like that to sponsor the stream so we could have a whiskey tasting on every different one. That'd be pretty cool. It's your birthday this weekend on Sunday. Well, an early happy birthday to you, Nismo. Hope you have a great day. Any plans? Anything you're gonna do? My birthday's in June, so I know what it's like to have a winter birthday in New Zealand. It sucks. But when you get older and you're just going out and drinking and for dinner, it probably doesn't matter whether it's hot or cold. It just changes where you drink and maybe what you drink. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Jason. Send me a different bottle each week and we'll sample it. If anyone knows anyone at Whiskey and More in New Zealand, give them my contact. Susan, hello, welcome along to the stream. Great to have your company. Hope you are having a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever it is, whatever time it is where you are. Poms will be lobsters after their summer. They will be. Wish I had one of my first girlfriends was Scottish, and her grandparents came over from Scotland for a summer, and we went boating on Blue Lake in Rotorua. We spent a day out on the water. They were water skiing, and that I don't water ski or anything, but we were out on the boat for a lot of the day, and the grandparents sat back on the beach, and I don't think they realised, but Granddad got blisters the likes I've never seen. You know, they would have been 3rd degree burns. They were that serious. Just welted up and blistered all over. Not very pleasant. Not fun at all. Steve certainly was a lobster by the time he was leaving New Zealand and heading home. Do we have anyone watch a lot of the Commonwealth Games? I know there's Commonwealth countries here. Old New Zealand batting above its population again. Although when you look at it, I think we only won medals in about 4 different sports. We just got a whole lot of them in a couple. Actually was, for me, was quite unexpected. I didn't think we were going to perform. I think it kind of flew in under the radar that it was even on, with, I guess, the Olympics having been delayed. And all sorts of other different things. Came up on us without me even realising. Yeah, no, I think they did well too. Better than the All Blacks. Chinook, I'm surprised actually Mornay hasn't had a dig about the rugby yet. Sleeping's a pain, I can imagine it would be too, Shubs. Taking out the family for dinner, nice. Perfect way to spend a Sunday evening. You're going Sunday? Well, wherever you go, enjoy it. Yeah, I actually thought New Zealand would have been in the netball final as well, Jason. No, but kudos to the Jamaicans. They certainly stepped it up. And obviously got well punched by the English in the end of it all. I think they cited there was they were missing quite a few of their #1 choice players for injury and things, so you know, might have been a different story in any other time of the year, but it's nice. And to be fair, I'm loving the rugby actually. I don't mind the All Blacks being in this position because there's so many competitive teams. It's not just, you know, one team. It's, I don't know, I think the World Cup next year is going to be pretty exciting. I reckon there's going to be half a dozen teams that are capable of winning it on the day. Yeah, it's in France, so you can guarantee the French will step up. English will be a threat. Irish are certainly looking pretty strong. South Africa, Australia, even sort of, you know, their Super Rugby was pretty good, and they had a good series against the English. So I think it. I'm hoping that other teams are peaking a year early, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, here we go. We just got the emojis from Mornay. Hey Aussie, how you doing, mate? Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Do you call the All Blacks? Usually New Zealand, the Aussies. It has been, although New Zealand, we've been, well, we had a really lean patch in the netball. They kind of pretty up and down. Problem with New Zealand being so small is if, you know, it's often, there's, you know, we'll have a star player, let's say a Richie McCaw or a Dan Carter, using a rugby analogy. You know, we'll often have a player like that, and when they retire, while there's a really good player in the background, they're not quite that sort of, you know, world-class standard. So it might take a wee while for them to catch up, or you might never actually get a player like that again. When you have a couple who played together at the peak of their powers, and you lose them both, it certainly leaves a bit of a hole. Not to say the guys that have come behind aren't doing a great job, and haven't done a great job over the past few years. It's more like the Aussies. It does. Hey DJ, how you doing, mate? I am back. Back again. Argsy's back. Tell Farm Sim. Yep, that's why I'm not a singer. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Loved all the coverage and content from yourself and everyone else who went to FarmCon. Thought it was a fantastic event, and I'm already planning how I'm going to get there next year. So going to try and get as much of a head start I can on saving for some flights, and we'll get into Kermit's here and try and find out if there's any dates as soon as I can, so I can book some flights and get over there, because it must admit there's a little bit of FOMO there, but you guys covered it really well. You know, all the vlogs and everything like that just made it seem like a really fun, enjoyable event, so hopefully it'll promote it well for next year and get more people like myself and fans and things like that wanting to go along. Hey James, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. What's for breakfast, Black Book? I've had dinner. I had a nice smoked fish pie, and we are enjoying a tipple of whiskey this evening. Glenfarclas, 12-year-old single malt. It's divine. Nectar of the gods, I think they call it. Actually, when I had COVID, I fell in love with lemon and honey, but I'd put a shot of whiskey in with it. Hot lemon and honey drink with a shot of whiskey, which is fantastic. Highly recommend. In fact, I'll keep on drinking that even if I don't have COVID. What do we? Yeah, we've run out of fertilizer. Why's that texture like that? Hold on. Oh well. What do we do? Finish this field. Head back down to the farm and we'll top up. We can come back down and spray this a little bit later. Pressure on Argsy, your stream is competing with the new season of the block. Which block? Block New Zealand? Block Australia. Still exhausted, DJ. I bet you had a busy few weeks. Busy few months even, if you count, all the way back to Sweden and the jet-setting lifestyle you're becoming accustomed to. Do my passport. I think my passport's all good, actually. When did I do my passport last? 2017. I think I just got in on the new 10-year ones, so I should be good. Really sad to see the All Blacks down and out. Yeah, look, I don't know. The eternal optimist in me says they're not actually that far away. They defended superbly. It was their attack and their individual skills which let them down the most against South Africa. I don't quite understand the ribbing that the forward pack's getting for set pieces. I actually thought that the scrum and lineouts were the best they've been all season, considering they were facing South Africa, which are probably the strongest opponents for us for that. You know, I thought they actually held their own. Yes, they might have given away a few penalties, but I don't think they were embarrassed in those areas. But it was more the individual handling and decision making, which was really the biggest concern. So yeah, I mean, South Africa have set them up, to be fair. They set us up hook, line and sinker with where they schedule these matches. But I mean, New Zealand do the same. If South Africa were here, more often than not, you'd play in Auckland. One, there's quite a big South African expat community there. But two, Auckland, Eden Park's the fortress for New Zealand rugby. Plum Bob came by your house on Spectacle Island and you were gone, so I went back to work on the island. I did see you comment on the video with what Plum Bob was up to, so I do appreciate those. They give me a good chuckle. Oh, we've turned too tight. Alright, last little piece. Double check the map and make sure we've got everything planted, and that is gone surprisingly well. We'll go over and do this little bit over in the corner. Get right into there and then we'll be done. Aussie block. He's still here to tell me that, so I'm obviously winning at the moment. I mean, the Aussie block will still be there. I'm sure you can you can stream that a little bit later, Steel Horse. I mean, you could replay my stream a little bit later, but you can't interact with me. If you do that, starting the day with a coffee, perfect way to start. Black Book, perfect. Jody, how are you? Nice to see you there. How are you? Good to have you in the stream. Welcome along. And Mr. FSG, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. We are back streaming for the first time in what feels like an eternity. But everything. Touch wood, touch, cross eyes, fingers, toes, legs, arms. Cross whatever you can. Everything's working out well so far, so it's good. Good. How's the holiday going? That's probably the more important question. Are you enjoying the Spanish Mediterranean? Hey Legion, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Welcome along. I'm well, Jody. I'm well. Like I just said. Pleased to be back, actually. I set this stream up, and I made the thumbnail for the stream about 3 weeks ago. But every Wednesday night, the last couple of Wednesday nights, I've thought, oh, should I stream tonight? And I've turned on my internet. I've turned my computer on. I've done a speed test, and I just had no faith in my internet. But the last week or so, it's been nice. So here we are. We are here, and we are, like I said, touch wood, cross everything. No issues that we can report. So we'll take that every day of the week. You're going to be in Marston next weekend. Cool. I'm going over there in about a month for another football tournament, of course. Internet sorted, not sorted, FSG, but behaving would probably be the best way to put it. I'm pleased to hear that, Jody. Thank you. I appreciate that. Problem is New Zealand's going through a new phase, just like South Africa losing all their stars. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I mean, I think they never got the coaching. They never got the coaching choices right. Like, as much as Ian Foster might have a great record in his historic, I think they had the perfect opportunity to break away from the Graham Henry, Steve Hansen era and come in with a really fresh approach with plenty of time before the World Cup to rebuild, redevelop the team and keep things fresh. And that's where the All Blacks have always led, because they've always been the first to do something. All Blacks have always led and come up with an innovative way to play which has challenged other teams that they haven't seen before, whether it's a fast pace, fast ball, their fitness. Well, every other team's kind of caught up with that fitness side of things. They've seen what the All Blacks have done and they've caught up. We haven't kept leading the pack enough, so hopefully we can get back to doing that. But yeah, exactly the same too. There is all the stars, but I think and some of the interesting comments that have come out have been around the age group rugby, the under 20s and that. for the first 6 or 7 under 20 World Cups, which I think are every year, every 2 years. I think the All Blacks or New Zealand won every one for the first 7 or 8 rounds. I think we've only won one in the last 6 or 7 years. You know, other teams are starting to dominate that area, and if the age group's not coming through, then we're not going to get it through at a higher level either. So. Time will tell, though. You know, like every good team has to go through a losing phase. I think it was 1998. The All Blacks lost 5 in a row. It's the John Mitchell era, I think. Then we lost the 99 World Cup in France, so it doesn't bode well for next year, does it? Awesomely hot lying by the pool watching Farm Sim. Nice, mate. And when you're back, you must only have a few nights left, do you? Got Scott McDoxson, Scott McLaughlin make up for it. Indeed. How good are those boys going? Oh, that was so good. So good. I really wanted McLaughlin to win it. As much as, you know, I love having Scott Dixon there, it just would have been great if McLaughlin had come through in that one. He deserves it, and, you know, if you haven't watched the Bus Bros, him and Joseph Newgarden on YouTube, they do a series where they go around each race and they go and look at the other drivers' buses. It's hilarious. Worth a watch. It's been interesting actually reading some of the dialogue between, you know, Formula 1 versus Indy, and how the Formula 1 fans hate the Indy drivers and say they're not real single-seaters and all that sort of thing. It's been quite interesting to watch and observe some of that. Right. Let us go. Figure out how we're going to do this. Wonder if we can take the truck. Take this down and see if we can... No, there's a bulk fertilizer buy point here. Go and find out. Playing only the Aussies made New Zealand softies. Ah. In the Super Rugby, I probably don't disagree. I think, you know, we are going to miss having South African teams in the Super Rugby big time, but I don't know. I'm also, you know, we've just started our provincial rugby here, and Manawatu, our local team, has just been pumped in the first couple of games. Well, they were losing tonight. I haven't seen the final score yet, but it would be, you know, there used to be a lot more competition. I think even provincial rugby's lost a little bit of its way here in New Zealand. So, I think there's a buy points over here, isn't there? I'll have a look. Any of these buy points? We're going to buy something. It's lime. I don't want lime. How do we get rid of lime? Like this. Empty. It's on the other side. Also lime. We do that too. Stone Valley and Renaboo servers have been updated to latest versions. Thanks, Legion. Appreciate all the work you are doing there. Between you and Chinook, you've got things pretty well sorted. Maybe there's not a bulk fertilizer buy point. Oh, there was. Anything we can see on the map? Lime station. No, both lime stations. Yeah, alright. That's right. You haven't found one either, Jason. There you go. Let's we'll just go to the shop and buy a couple of bags and put them. Hopefully we can load off the ground into the truck. Let's see. You're back late Saturday night. So you're going to be up for doing No Man's Land on the weekend then? Monday morning, your time? Coffee of 12. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking? Fertilizer. Buy a couple of these. Put them in the truck. Oh, guess who has a store deliveries on? Goodness. Chinook, good to see you, mate. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you very much for that super chat. You are most kind. And have a nice rest and a good day at work tomorrow. Hopefully there's no fog in the morning. You off Black Book as well. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. However brief it was. Appreciate you taking the time to stop in and say hi. Alright, if this doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Perfect. It's working. I haven't actually seen anything from Hocks at all. I know he was starting work on another map, but it's kind of gone quiet. Where you got to? New map from Gamer Designs look good. It does, Legion. It is a whoa. I think it's a great map. I think it's got so much going for it with the split between forestry and logging. It's still a clear, it's still very clear between the two different parts. I think there's enough of both to keep, anyone interested in either side of it. I think if you were wanting to clear a whole lot of land on the lower parts of the farm on the flat side. So I think for his second map, but his first real one that he's done a lot of farm areas in, I think he's done a pretty good job. Good variety between being able to build your own farms or use pre-placed buildings and things like that. I think it's very good. Right. You can just park here under the trees. Right, carry on. So, we've got a field of canola now. There's some barley in this one. So, we should have wheat, barley, oat. Wheat, barley. Go. I never actually looked, but it needs rolling, does it? We got canola planted. Days, good coverage. Barley. Right. I was going to look at. Yep, barley is in the window. Right, get to it. Just set Mark loose with the chainsaw. Chainsaw on the firewood mod. He'll be happy. I was saying a little bit earlier, Legion, and for anyone else who's just joined recently, I'm hoping you have a copy of Griffin, Indiana, the FS22, in the next 24 hours or so. I've been talking to AJ Farmer. He has got that into Giants. I think he submitted it today or yesterday, and that's going into testing for all platforms. We'll obviously start off on PC, but I got in touch with him and asked if I could have a look at it early and do a video for him, and he was most obliging. So we're going to try and work in some timing, so we're going to let it go through testing. He's going to get the copy to me, and going to try and work releasing a video for that pretty close to release, so it's not too early. He didn't want it done too early. He'd rather wait till it was close to being out and finished and ready to go. So yeah, going to work that out. Pretty cool. Looking forward to having a look at that one. A firewood mod would be cool to have back. So I was interested, FSG, on your supercut for Wyoming. I had a look earlier today, actually. You're getting some great views on that. Yeah, interesting to know how much of it people are watching. So what is it? It's 4 hours long. An epic. Well, yeah, very cool idea. I'm halfway through doing the same with my 5-minute farmers and putting that all together as one big long cut. So it'll be interesting to compare notes once I've done that and see how they compare from a retention side of things. The 4th of September, eh? Not long now. We're under a month. And we'll be finding out a little bit more about what's happening in the hills. What's happening in the gold mine. Right, perfect. I don't think there will be any new fill types added though, which is a shame. What do you mean for that, Legion? You mean for like the firewood mod, being able to do that? For the Giants update a new map? Ah, right. I mean, they're going to have steel in that, aren't they? As a fill type, or as a production material. Interesting to see how that actually comes into play. Deer's going to get squashed. Where he went? Lost him in the dust. Oh, there he goes. That way. Gone in the dust, out of the dust. Saw on Facebook, Elk Mountain's coming to consoles will be cool. Yeah, so I saw CJ had put a post up today, about that. That will be cool. He will have to cut it down in size. Obviously, it's not going to be the full time, so it's going to be a. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to be a part of the map or whether he's going to do a fresh map similarly to it in a similar sort of vein and similar sort of style. But yeah, that'll be. I imagine that will be a ridiculously popular map considering the success that the 4X version has had on PC players. So looking forward to seeing what he does with that. Production material but not fill type from what I've understood. Ah, okay. Like cakes and clothes and those kind of things. That's a bummer. TJM Farming, g'day. How you doing? Good to have you here. So just haven't done the gentle reminder and plug, but if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you do drop a like, thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you press that subscribe button. If you'd like to be kept up to date with what's happening on the channel, make sure you've got the notification bell ticked. That way, YouTube will let you know when I post something new, whenever that might be. Obviously, you can't tell at the moment because I'm not doing anything on a regular schedule. So I haven't actually, I've had a lot of comments and a lot of feedback on the 5 Minute Farmer, but I haven't actually had a chance to chat live with anyone on it. What was people's thoughts on the 5 Minute Farmer? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What would you like to see if I was to do it again? Because I've had it, having had so much positive feedback, I will certainly be looking to do it again. And actually, Griffin, Indiana looks like it could be a great map to try and do it in a US style farm rather than the European that I was doing. So let me know what you think. If you had any suggestions. You heard the sounds of an air as you came running. That sound beautiful too. There you go. We'll do some ASMR for you. Oh, I can't see where I'm going now. Better choose back out of that. Mateo, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Great to have your company. You loved it, Aussie. It was nice to wake up, grab coffee, turn on for 5 minutes and start the day. Cool, mate. that was the intention. I think that, you know, as I set out right from the start, I sort of saw the popularity of shorts and, you know, the TikTok sort of thing and that kind of... I actually started out... Oh, we're stuck, are we? Wiggle our way out of that. I was actually going to start it out... My first concept was actually to try and condense it down into a 1-minute video. Not the 5-minute farmer like I did, but my first idea for it was to do it as a short. Actually do it as short in a 1 minute. But having done it now, I don't see how that'd be possible. Thought it was good, very fast paced, can't be easy to condense it down to 5 minutes. No, it was only a couple I really struggled with, Legion. I kind of got into the groove of knowing how much content I needed if I was going to time-lapse it, to break it down. Where I caught myself out was if I talked too much. If I did too longer intro or outro, I'd kind of be left with, I think the shortest was about a 3-minute window between start and finish to actually put the content in. So that certainly made it a bit harder, but montages are always easier to condense down because you just dropped a shot. You know, just became ruthless with which shots you had. I think the hardest one was, or the longest one was the towards the end baling the hay, and then one of the silage ones I think took quite a bit of time. So I cut out a bit of the guts of that, but generally speaking they weren't too far off showing pretty much everything, which has worked out really well. So that's going to be the challenge for another map, is finding one that sort of could complete work in a field in sort of that same sort of time window. Obviously bigger machinery like a big air seed is going to go for a field a whole lot quicker, so if you're using sort of even 5 or 6 meter equipment rather than 3 meter equipment, it's going to be double the time, or you can have a field twice the size and do it in the same amount of time. So yeah, we'll see. Give it some more thought, and we'll hopefully start something off in the next 10 days so I can get a decent amount recorded before the start of the next month. Morning for you, Mateo. Nice. How's the map? This map's great. I love Southern Cross Station. It's a fantastic map. Only Australian map that is... Well, no, that's a lie. I won't say that. One of only 2 Australian maps out. Obviously, the 4X Western Australia's that come out from Farmer Bob's conversion of that. But yeah, I really enjoy this map. It's fantastic. And it's nice. It's because it's all on console too. So, you know, you get viewers who are console players who come along and can play along. Not with me exactly, but, you know, chat about it and that, which is cool. You like the way it showcased lots of aspects of a map that I'd pretty much ignored. Found 5 mins a fraction too short. Be interested to see 7 to 10. Cool, man. Thanks for the feedback. I'm not sure if the 7-minute farmer quite has the same ring to it, does it? 5-minute farmer would work quite nicely, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, but by the time I'd talked for 40 seconds and then stopped with 30 seconds to go to do an outro, there wasn't much in between. But it's also interesting, obviously, YouTube, anything under 8 minutes you can't put mid-roll ads in. So, you know, that's a beauty part of it too, is you whether you had ads or not was, you know, you wouldn't get those interruptions. So I think that's an important part too. I'd rather not have those. Obviously I can turn them off, so I can not have mid-roll ads too if I choose to. So yeah, we'll figure something out. Am I getting the Platinum expansion? I certainly will be, Mateo. I've got the season pass, so that will be coming as a matter of course. And fingers crossed, being a bronze partner with Giants, I might even get access to some of those things a little bit earlier. Certainly hoping that we can have a play with the Vermeer pack a little bit earlier, and maybe even have it on a live stream or something like that. We did get the Kubota gear a little bit earlier, but I wasn't even able to look at it. It took me a long time to download and get things going. I will be better prepared this time around, I guarantee you that. Don't know why I've just decided to plant this direction, but that's what we're doing. Hey Banks, how you doing, mate? Great to see you, welcome. Hope things are all well with you. Nelly Creek will be coming down the pipeline very soon. Awesome, mate. I am loving the screenshots, by the way. Loving the updates on that, so certainly cannot wait to see that one be released and out in the public realm. Be cool. Six minutes, 10 times, 10 times speed would be an hour. Could do 60 minutes, couldn't you? Yeah. Could do. I kind of vary it. I've got a time jump set up for a 6x, an 8x, and a 10x. I've got a my editing software has a thing called speed ramping, so you can sort of slowly ramp in and out of the speed instead of just a straight cut to whatever speed acceleration you've got it at, which works quite well. So I've got one set for 6 times, 8 times, and 10 times. I've also got to be mindful of, the longer I make it and the more content is, the more it takes time to record. So yeah, we'll see. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Purely judging on how long it takes for me to have a coffee. You could always watch it twice Steel Horse. Maybe just have text come across rather than actual audio. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Oh, Spawn Seek Slay. Hey mate, how you doing? How are things, Nick? Nick's an old gaming mate. We used to play Destiny back together. How long ago would that be, buddy? Like 6 years ago? I think both our kids were just about a nappies, and I know from Facebook yours are pretty well grown up now, and mine are already in there. Well, we're just about to reach our last single-digit year, so crazy times. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Long time no see or hear, indeed. Indeed. Still keep up with what's going on in the world with your with Facebook and all that. It's good. And I see you pop up every now and then on PlayStation, logging in and still getting on with it. So 2015ish, gosh, it's a while now, isn't it? Last time the All Blacks won a World Cup. Topical because we were talking about rugby quite a bit earlier. Hey Crofter, cheers for that, mate. Appreciate your continued membership. Great to have you here. Hit that like button, show me that you missed me. Ah, awesome to hear. Oh, things have gone so well with my connection tonight that certainly you shouldn't be missing me quite so much. And I don't have any football tournaments until sometime next month, I think the next one is. Even later next month, I think. Oh, stop trying to think about things while you're turning around. Oh, I didn't get enough fertilizer, did I? We're going to chew through this. Yeah, might have to go get more. Or, as Legion suggested, use some easy dev. But we know those. 17th and 24th September. So we way yet. Must have upgraded that potato internet. I have tried all sorts of upgrades. I've actually got 2 internet connections at the moment. But still living in the country, it's tough. And to get one that's good enough to stream on is pretty hard too. So we've got I've got Starlink, but that while it gets really good downloads, I can get over 200 megabits per second download. Its latency is just not quite good enough to stream on, and I've got a wireless internet connection which I can get up to about 50 megs down and about 30 megs up. So that's what I'm streaming on tonight. But that's been a bit up and down, and I've got a potato set up here at home with where my, everyone knows about this, where my satellite dish and everything is, and I think my cables that are connecting the house to the shed and everything are a little bit dodgy, so a little bit of work there to do to improve things, but certainly better than it used to be. Don't quite have those issues I used to. Sorry, I saw the comment, Legion, but I missed replying to you. Yes, I do want to get back into doing some multiplayer stuff. What I have had in mind is doing a weekly video where I'd be on the multiplayer servers at a certain time, once a week, maybe even twice a week, and putting some content together based on that, and just seeing what changes, I guess, between. So, you know, doing a single player series, you know, when we're finished here tonight, I'll save the game, shut it down, and when we come back, everything will pretty much be where I left it. What I thought would be pretty cool, and to obviously involve the community a little bit more, would be to, let's say, record on a, I don't know, Saturday evening or Sunday, I don't know, sometime, maybe even midweek, but record for a couple of hours on the server. If people can get on at the same time, they'll know I'll be there and can join in with whatever's going on, and we can record a couple of hours of content and put together a video, but then come back same time the following week and see what's changed. So, you know, we might be planting one week and come back and actually the crops are ready to harvest, or who knows. So that's kind of what I was thinking. That'll be pretty cool, and pretty cool to involve more of the community that way. So we'll see. It's on the cards, but again, yeah, I'd love to do more multiplayer streams, but until now, tonight's given me more confidence that my internet's gonna be good enough to stream and play a multiplayer on at the same time. But before now, I wouldn't have had any confidence in doing that. Starlinking across the internet. Actually, I don't know if anyone here is a rocket geek, but watched SpaceX do a couple of static fires on Starship today, the booster and Ship 24. It's pretty cool to see them ramping up their testing on those. Hopefully they are getting closer to being able to stack them and go orbital, because I would love to see that. That would be awesome. Been a long time since they managed to do a 10-kilometer flight and belly flop and land one of the ships. So and there's been a lot of advances in their designs and things like that in the last, it probably must be 18 months now. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, it's not turning so tight. Should have put GPS on and skipped rows, but I've actually done all of this without GPS tonight. And then they just happened to do a Falcon 9 launch minutes later with 50 Starlink satellites on. So that too. Sounds cool for the live stream. Multiplayer if it's midweek, you can definitely count me in. Yeah, cool, man. We'll figure out how it works, because obviously want to make it sure it, you know, works for as many people as possible. But it'll just be a timing thing, won't it? Because you'd be at work at this time, won't you, Legion? Oh, are you at work, or what's the story? Do the forbidden plant in a different direction now. Don't know why, it's just felt like it. You're at work right now. So that's not going to work for you then if I decided to do it at this time, is it? But I know you've your gaming PC's at and where you're working, isn't it? It's not an island, not back home. So. Weekends would probably suit more. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe we do, you know, I don't know. I'll figure something out. I do want to, it is on the list of things to do. I've got lots of things on the list of things to do. Gamer Kid, hello from Lower Hutt. Welcome along. Great to have you here. Hello from the Manawatu. So, not too far away at all. Less than a 2-hour drive. Got your briefcase computer with you in Germany. Does the briefcase computer sit on, you know, do you each carry it around in a violin case? I think that'd look good. People second guessing you when you open a violin case, wouldn't they? You meant Whanganui as in you're in Whanganui or you're in Lower Hutt? Because those are quite different. I'm in the Manawatu. But hello, welcome. Hey Peter, how you doing, buddy? Great to have you here. So many, it's been great actually, so many familiar faces trickling through this evening. You're in Wanganui. Ah, okay. I was in Wanganui on Sunday. There you go. Did you know you've got one of the biggest League of Legends streamers lives in Wanganui in the world? Kiwi guy. Can't remember his name. I don't know if he still lives in Wanganui, but he used to anyhow. Hang on, I'll look on Twitch because I was subscribed to him on Twitch, so I'll be able to tell you. Ooh. Let's have a quick look. What's his name? I mean, he might not be one of the. He's a very big streamer though. Quinn69. Google him. Google Quinn69. You'll find he's a Wanganui. He did live in Wanganui. I don't know if he's still there, but he certainly was when he started out streaming. He might have moved to the Big Smoke or something like that. But like Palmerston North has one of the biggest YouTube channels in New Zealand as well, with a Shannon XO does makeup tutorials of all things. Has her own makeup brand from Palmerston North. Who would have thought? Right. You're speechless. There you go. You love my content. Oh, I'm pleased to hear that, mate. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, we are done in this field. We just got 14 to go. And 20 litres of fertiliser. Gosh, it was close. Did we cover everything? Got everything covered there. Yet to test out the side panel multiplayer. You've got it set up for 19, but 22 is a little trickier to remap. Have you found that? I found 22 actually quite good for mapping, to be honest. Just because of the way it divides all the different controls. Excuse me, it's a lot clearer. Dragonheart, how you doing? Great to have you here. Nice to see you. Just a quick little reminder, if you'd like to make sure you hit the thumbs up button, leave me a like on the stream if you're enjoying things, I would very much appreciate it. First time back and all. Boost my confidence to see lots of likes on the video or on the stream. I'll tell you what, there's a few little nerves thinking, can I, been a while, can I sit down and talk for 2 hours? Who's going to turn up? Will anyone come? Am I going to sit here and talk to myself for 2 hours like an idiot? I'm an idiot anyhow, but well, at least I'm an idiot in front of 30 or 40 people at the moment. This is your first time on. Oh well, that's my first stream in about a month, so you've picked a good one to be in. You're in the US, Dragonheart, hello to you. So that'll be a nice early morning wherever you are tuning in from. I know about an hour ago it was 4 AM in Texas from somebody who was joining, Joe I think earlier on. I don't know if you watched DJ the other week. He was giving FSG some stick about being Jason Statham and showing pictures without his head on. I know, I did see that one. I did see that. It's pretty cool. 19 was confusing, but you got it set how you wanted. 22 is different because every time I switch games I forget the keybinds are different. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. Right, let's do this a little bit of a cheats way. So I'm just going to appear on the ground. Can I make my face cam bigger? No one wants to see my face any bigger. Gamer kid. I don't want to see the screen. It's all about the game. I'm just an accessory. Yeah. A little bit of a cheating way. We went the proper way to start with, but there we go. Hang on. There you go. Big screen. Big screen and no game, or little face and game. 6:20 where you are. Must be, where are you? You must be, East Coast, is it? The East Coast about 6:20 AM. 6:19 where you are, TJ, but it's 6:19 PM. West Coast of Australia. 5:20 for Aussie. Timo Brandsema, why? Why what? Why not? Why did I change the camera? I don't know. Gamer Kid was asking. Quick change it back. Thank you, Peter. I agree. Did you like the hat though? The hat. There's Argsy rules. And shouldn't reach across my microphone. And I've got the black FSG one too. Very cool. Very nice hats. Very appreciative to Thumbsome Guy for shipping those all the way to the other side of the world for me. Righty ho ho. Let's get going. Last bit of planting. Tell you what, we get this done fast enough, we might be able to go mow some grass or something. Be able to get this done in the next 40 minutes. New York we are, Dragon. There we go. Picked it. I'm looking forward, tell you what I'm looking forward to. If anyone hasn't checked out BC Bueller, who is responsible for both the tractor and the air cart and seeder we're using here, go and check out his Facebook page. He's been sharing some great shots of his swather that he's working on. And it's looking fantastic, and I think he commented to say it's not too far away from being sent off for some testing, which is pretty cool. Lots of cool features with it. He's got the disc bind header, which he's made switchable, so you can either have it put out dry grass. I mean, basically, so you don't have to ted your hay. You can mow and get dry grass out the back, or just normal grass if you were wanting to do it as silage, which is pretty cool. He had a trailer, so basically you're hook it onto the back of your pickup or whatever, and then you put the two drive wheels of the swather on the trailer, strap them down, and then you can tow it. Pretty cool. And then he's working on a proper swathing head, which will have a centre discharge or to the side discharge either side. Again, very cool. Looking forward to seeing that come out. You've been looking at all those German players building controls with real machine parts. It's crazy. Even nearly bought a fast track joystick. Blame FSG. I actually, have you had a look at that that controller that FSG got given it with the key? He did the little short on. Have you had a look at the full version of that with the armrest and everything? They are awesome. I think I did the conversion. I think they were 400 euros, so about 700 New Zealand dollars. So pretty pricey, but gave me some cool ideas actually. You clamp it onto your desk. It had a joystick. You rest your arm on it. It's very cool. Just like the the control arm or the armrest on a tractor, which has all the controls in it. It's very cool. Right. I'll read your comment in just a second, TJ. I did read it, but we'll just get turned around here. I know this is going to turn into a disaster. Trying to... Oh, I might have salvaged it. No. No, that's alright. Yeah, it works. That's not gonna hit the tree. Tell you what though, I managed to back that back alright. Alright, what's my thoughts on the 5060 STS series that came out recently? Ironically, you have two headers from the 50 and 60 series respectively, both of which are still up at Nelly Creek. 9750 and 9760. Both, I think they're very nice combines. That sort of era, I think they did some really nice equipment. But I do see that the Sid Modding's one that just came out, they've been taken off Mod Hub for console, so I don't know what's happened there, whether there was an issue with consoles with them or what's gone on. Do I like rugby? I love rugby, Dragonheart. It's not the best time to be a New Zealand rugby fan, but I played rugby for the better part of 13 years, from when I was about 10. Played right up into when I was at university. I played in a senior rugby in Wellington to the senior 2s level. It's like the second highest club level, so it was quite cool. We few All Blacks in the squad and in the, not in my team, they were in the Premier team, but you know, you'd go and train with the Prem team, and you'd have All Blacks there. You know, pretty cool experience for a youngster. Studying at university and playing rugby with All Blacks, training with All Blacks. Glad to see Dusty Lens is flickering on you. I thought it was my laptop that makes me feel better. Yeah, it's it does a little bit. I don't know what causes it. Seems to be at different angles. There you go, you got a bit of a flicker there, but and then you can sort of see it just in there in front of the wheel, can't you? Yeah, a little bit annoying. I'll put up with it because I just think Dusty Lands is a great mod. My favourite team. So I'm in the Manawatu, so I will go with Manawatu Turbos for my favourite provincial team. I'm also then for Super Rugby, we're in the Wellington Hurricanes region, so always been a Hurricanes fan. And then obviously internationally would be the All Blacks. Very much related to where I've grown up. I actually played for Manawatu when I was 13, I think, for a season in junior rep teams, which is pretty cool as well. I got to go to some cool tournaments and things like that. Nice to drive in real life, beastly things, but in game they seem to struggle on the Honeybee. I haven't actually used them in game yet, TJ, so I don't know. I think, you know, I don't know whether it's a change to between 19 and 22, but there's just some things that some modders, and Sid, to be honest, Sid's guilty of a couple of them, don't quite seem right. Like his Demco side tanks and the exact rate tanks that he puts on the 8RX. Yeah, 8RX. Cool ideas and cool mods, but you can't fill them up from anything but an IBC. So if you've got even one of the placeable Meridian liquid fertilizer tanks, you can't pull up next to it and fill up from them. It's silly, and I don't know why. Everything I've read, there's no reason you can't, and I've actually spent quite a bit of time with the Demco side tanks to try and figure out if I could get them to work out of a placeable silo to fill up, and it's beyond my area of expertise. Something about an exact fill node or something missing, but yeah, just little things like that, and I think that's some of the issues with some of the seeders too, where you can't fill them up from different equipment. Your favourite team's the All Blacks. Oh, awesome to hear, Dragon. It's cool. You have to be a mad fan to be supporting and stick with them at the moment. But like me with football, still supporting Manchester United. What position? I was a fullback, Crofter. Number 15. So, back in the day, Christian Cullen was my idol. And he was running amok for the All Blacks. And he was a local lad just down the road. When I say just down the road, an hour and a half from Pycroft Reef. But played for Wellington Hurricanes and things like that. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. You download it again now. Oh, Dusty Lands. Yeah, cool. Just XML that needs to be altered, I think. Yeah, well, that's what I thought too, Legion. But I've tried adding in the line that I thought. So what I did is I downloaded one of the in-game, I don't know whether it was a Converlin one or it was actually a mod, but front tank, because what they are, the Demco side tanks are basically a front-mounted tank. It's the way they're coded as a additional fertilizer tank. So I downloaded one that works and tried to cut and paste, well, not cut and paste, but replicate code from one to the other to get it to work, and I haven't yet. I haven't figured it out. I know it's doable, but right, that's probably going to be enough to tidy up that edge, so we'll go and carry on the other side. If you remember, FSG had similar issues on Elk Mountain when he first started it and during a live stream. Yeah, that was to do with a, there was a node code or something, wasn't there? That's right, when he was trying to fill up the oil from the derrick with the trailer. That's right. And it was that he changed something in the i3D for a transform group number, didn't he? Wasn't there a reference number for a transform group he had to change? Can't remember. It's due to two things. One's the way Giants made the weight of vehicles and equipment, and two, the modders rushed to put things out to get praise and barely get through tests. Yeah, I agree. I think two's probably the biggest one there, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I don't like to knock people or anything, but welcome map is a case in point. You know, there's some pretty basic stuff there that should have been. Oh, what are we out of? We've got seed. It says seed. No, it's fertilizer. We are at a seed. We don't need that. We'll get the truck. Gotta go make some more seed. Alright, where's our truck? But yeah, you know, there's some pretty basic stuff in there that, you know, you'd think if you were going to put placeables in, you would have tested putting them down, that they didn't crash games. I mean, you can't expect Giants to test those things down to that degree. All they look at is to make sure the code is correct and there's nothing, you know, dodgy textures or anything. But anyhow, all I can do is appreciate that these guys put a lot of hard work and time and effort into making these mods, and you know, they're all committed to fixing them if there is an issue, which is pretty cool. You don't think you've ever watched a rugby game? I've seen highlights, not very big here in Oklahoma. I can imagine that James would not be very big in Oklahoma. Stephen Adams, he was big in Oklahoma. He's a Kiwi. Right. More. I'm not going to put too much of this in. We don't need too much seed. Okay. That should be enough. You miss Kieran Reid as the captain? I don't. I wasn't a Kieran Reid fan though, Dragonheart, so. The exact fill node is missing, you will need to add it to the i3D first and then connect it to the XML. Yeah, so I think I've done both of those, but I think I did it around the other way, but I don't, yeah. It's kind of this close to going just over my head. I know, I feel like I know what I need to do, but I just can't get it to do what I think I need it to do. There's a disconnect somewhere there, but I'm not getting it to work. But can't be far off. You went to the All Blacks years ago when they played at Anfield. They were good. They still are good. They still are good. I'm just going through a lean patch, as all good teams do. It's how they come out of it. The other end, they will prove their greatness. And like anything, you know, other teams catch up, and whatever they do to catch up, you know, you look at using football as an analogy, you know, Manchester United's reign and dynasty that they had for such a long time, and then, you know, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, they went through some, well, we mentioned Liverpool, they went through some really tough spots there for a while, but they're back. I saw a great little meme today. Someone said, as a tweet, there's 20 teams in the Premier League and they play each other twice. 20 times 2 is 40. But why do they only play 38 games? Right, we go. Let's see it again. Anyhow, the obvious answer there, well, you've all figured it out. Obviously, you can't play yourself, so you actually only play 19 other teams twice. But there was lots of jokes going around about the fact that if Manchester United played themselves, they'd probably still manage to lose twice. And things to those jokes to that along that similar line. It's quite funny. You need Thor's masterclasses on XML editing here. That's an idea for a series. Masterclass from Mark Thor. You spent hours trying to get a simple box to fill on the back of a tray truck. I mean, yeah, a lot of people know this. We added anhydrous to West Texas when Farm Some Guy and I did a series on that in FS19, and everything was working fine. We had it there as a fill type. And then we went to actually apply it, we started doing it, and nothing was working. And I'd missed one little space or bracket, or I didn't close off a code properly, or backslash or something. One character. And it just broke everything. Made it look like it was fine too. But anyhow. Liverpool the same. Yeah, exactly, Peter. I agree. Mr. Stay Drunk, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Rory Sands, welcome along to the stream. Great to have your company. Hope you are having a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Can never be too safe in guessing what it might be for you, so I'll cover all bases. Welcome along. Jokes about me and you are always funny. The joke will be on the other foot one day, Peter. Just you wait. Just you wait. Hey, no worries, TJ. Thanks for hanging out, mate. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I'm probably going to go for another 20 minutes or so. It's 20 to 11 here, so I'll probably just get this, or obviously get this a little bit finished, and then we might go and have a look at mowing some of that grass, or possibly we'll see if there's any contracts we could do. Might even be a supply contract, but nice to have you here. Hope all is well, and looking forward to seeing some more progress on Nelly Creek. So take care, mate. We'll see you soon. Not 2 more passes, we're done. We're certainly going to get this finished. Plixin Inc. Does anyone know if there is an auto load for wood trailers, since the Fleagle doesn't work anymore? I didn't know the Fleagle didn't work anymore. I haven't actually tried it, but that's the only one I know of. I haven't actually tried it. I have. Oops. Start there. I have. I've seen it, but I haven't tried it, so can't help with that one. Well, I can't. Someone else in chat might be able to, but. Hey, Mr. Crofter. A pack of beer. You are most generous, my friend. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm liking the new ones, actually, with the stars and things on it. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that yet. Most kind of you. Thank you for your support. Appreciated. No, keep on trying to buck the tractor like a bucking bronco. There we go. There's the name up and lights on the cow. Thanking you as well. Used it a couple of days ago. It worked okay then. Maybe for mod conflict or something. That could be a possibility. There's darn dastardly mod conflicts. I actually found that the exhaust extension mod caused issues with my conveyors on Elk Mountain. Steel Horse, quick streaming question if I may. Is OBS all I need to start streaming on YouTube? Pretty much. YouTube channel and OBS, and yeah, you're pretty much away laughing. It's obviously from a software perspective. And then it's just what you want to add in, so whether you want a mic or camera, just start adding to things. I started streaming without a camera, actually. So my first videos were just time-lapse, so there was no talking. Then I got a mic, as I could afford to. So we got a mic and added that into the mix. And then because I had a mic and started talking, I felt confident enough to live stream, so we started doing some live streams, but no camera. And then the next step progression was to get the camera. And here we are. Here we are. Right. What do you reckon? What do you think we should do? Should we have a look at some contracts, or we've got everything planted now? Barley, canola. I think I need rolling. I should have turned the rolling off. I don't like rolling actually. I tell you what I'm going to do. I haven't got it installed, but at least I don't think I do. Any of the Mandaco's installed, do we? Nope. I would have given that a whirl, but that's right. Let's have a look in the contracts list, see what we've got. Only supply and transport sunflower, barley, tomatoes, and soybean. 37,000 litres of barley. Do that. 37,000 litres, and what's going to pay us out? 14 grand. So what's that? Almost $500? A little under $500 per thousand. Our top price. 375. Is that right? Was my maths right there? Let's bring up my calculator and have a quick look. 14,715 divided by 37. $397.70 versus 375. Can't get that price. Let's go and do that. Let's go and sell some barley. Okay, let's take that contract on first. We just have to go Grain West. Grain West is the one we always have to go to, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Let's go and get the Kenworth. Brum, brum. Doing good, Mr. Stay Drunk. Just thinking that how typical it is the first time in a few weeks that I'm not here at the start. There you go, live again. That's right. You haven't missed much, mate. We will be hopefully getting back onto a regular stream schedule. Now, we've finished with that. Return that. It had a little bit of edits within it, but we don't need it. We can handle getting rid of that. Right, we need to fill up with as close to 37,000 litres barley as we can. Just software, you've got a reason why I can camera. Oh, you sorted then. There you go. Easy. Nicholas, Argsy, does it cost money to have a YouTube channel? It does not cost you a thing to have a YouTube channel. Nope. Not a dime. As long as you don't count your time in that factor, because it takes a lot of time to have a YouTube channel. But no, nothing at all. Jeremiah Marpole, howdy from the US and West Virginia. Well, good morning to you. Hope you are Doing well on what must be a Wednesday morning for you. Welcome along to the stream. Pleasure to have you here. Bucksky FSA 2. Welcome along. How you doing? Hey Dylan, how you doing? Welcome from the Go Ham state. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Did you see Carver release? Did you see? You see? Carver released a new pickup. I did see he released a new pickup. Yes, he did. I haven't looked at it. I did see it though. I think it was on Mod Network. I actually think I saw it shared somewhere. Love it if you could punch into a fill point how much you want it to load. That would be pretty cool. Ooh, I like that idea. I'm going to talk to some clever people, Jason. I'm going to take that one. Wonder if there's a way you could fill limit something. When you just want a certain amount. I'm going to have a chat to some people about that one. And see what they think. Because that is a good idea. I like that. Alright, we aren't too far forward that we're going to whack the trailer. We're probably going to whack it anyhow because, you know, we've got a tipper and it's not really designed for tippers, but it is what it is. I don't think there's collisions in here if I remember correctly. Nah, happy days. We're fine so far. We're going to run out. Here we go. Fill limiter mod did that. Maybe Crofter. Look at that one. Oh, what's the Google limiter? Let's see what it says. Fill level limiter by GTX. This global vehicle specialization is added to most fillable vehicles such as trailers, trains, and seaters. The users then free to set the maximum fill limit they wish the trailer to stop filling at. There you go. Very useful if you only want to collect a set amount from a silo or buy point. Limits are saved for each vehicle and can be reset whenever required in the GUI. Important, this mod design will not allow the max capacity to be increased above the default level. Yeah, there you go. Fill level limiter. There you go, Crofter, thank you. Adjustable fill limit mod set in 500 litre increments. So that's the other way, you just, yeah, it only lets you put 500 litres in each time, but no, fill level limiter looks to be just the thing you need. Where can you find that truck? It would go good on my gameplay on Southern Cross. So this is by JFL Modding, I think, from memory, Nicholas. But if you go and have a look back about, or in fact, if you go and look at one of my shorts I did the other day with my top 10 trucks, in the description of the short is a link to my video of top 10 trucks, the full video, and in that video is a link to this. It's the long-winded way to do it. Otherwise, I think it's JFL Modding on Facebook is where you'll find it. The other option, go and have a look at Carver Designs. Actually, they're both in there as well. Carver's got a great Kenworth W108 as well as a T900. You know, both suit Australian maps very well too. Well worth going and checking out. The only thing you won't get is this beautiful Argsy gaming skin, because this is a custom one I did for myself. We've seen a lot of deer. Does anyone else think that they've increased the wildlife spawn rates? I feel like in some maps I'm seeing a lot more deer than normal. Well, not than normal, but than when the game first came out. Mark Taylor, how are you? Good to see you. I am doing fine, thank you. Had a blast actually being back streaming. First time in, well, probably 3 weeks since I streamed last. Must be more than that, must be 4 weeks. First time since late June that we've been here in Southern Cross. So good to get back into it. War console player. Sorry, Jason. I should remember that. Should have remembered. Right, well that was a pretty short and sweet little contract. Claim that. Collect. Surprised they haven't fixed the contract bug. However, we can click new contracts. And do some fertilizing on field 4. We don't have any fertilizer. Field 4. That one. We've worked that one plenty of times. So I think we might go and hook the mower up and just start doing a little bit of mowing. And maybe next week we will be able to do some hay, silage, grass of some sort. And I'll leave the tractor in here. There you go. The Legion will have the juice on Carver, so he's confirmed that there, which is what we thought. Good to see me back, Mark. When's the next episode of No Man's Land dropping? Hopefully next week. Mr. FSG is back from his vacation on the weekend, so hopefully we're going to be able to get together over the weekend and record our next episode. That's the plan anyhow. We'll see how things go. He is only back late Saturday night, and we normally do it on Sunday morning, so if he's not up to it, we might just have to wait another week. Or I will have a chat to him. What do I need to do here? I'll just unfold it. The other option actually is to see if he wants to do it. I'm not sure where he's at with his work commitments, but if he had Monday morning free, we could do it Monday morning his time, Monday night my time. So hopefully next week. That's the plan anyhow. It's a nice pickup. I'll have to check it out, Legion. I will have to have a look. J&J is still your go-to for pickup though. That's the Northwest Mods and Edits one. The Ford Super Duty. The beautiful, beautiful pickup. Love that one. Make the switch. Come to the dark side, Jason. Forgo all your adult responsibilities and blow $3,000 on a PC. You won't regret it. Yeah, also updated that one recently, yeah. Elk Mountain, I like Elk Mountain's RAM too. Nice pickup. Although it's a bit unstable at high speeds, I've noticed. Probably my fault for driving around too fast, but can get you in a bit of trouble. Any suggestions for timber trailers? So I'm going to go around a corner with a lower center of gravity. The in-game ones roll when my character looks at them. You must have a really strong glare then. Boss is looking. Play dead, play dead. Trailer rolls over. FSG modders ones. Good call on that, Legion. I agree. Great stuff coming out of those guys. Right, here we go. Happy days. Otherwise, FDR modding as well. Tried their ones out. But certainly I'd check out FSG's one because they go through mod hubs, so they're pretty well tested. Jeremiah, you're on a laptop, it's great. I started out on a laptop. I did a lot of my first 2 years of content on a laptop actually. And I agree. Very handy. In fact, I still have it here, and I've got a few things I want to try and do using that as well. But good for going on the road, because literally I do pretty much 90% of my gameplay with the PlayStation controller, so you can play Farm Sim on the laptop and you don't actually need much to take much. You don't need to take a keyboard and mouse and all that sort of thing. not too difficult. I've got, they do, I agree, Legion. And there's ideas being thrown left, right and centre at them almost every other day, isn't there? Guilty. Core issue is so many of them load on top of the beams than over the bogies. I say the one I've used on, and I can't tell you which one it is either though, but the one I used on Elk Mountain seemed pretty stable. Run the trucks down the hill and didn't lose any loads, and that was on auto drive too, which is can be a bit tricky. Oops, what am I doing? That's the one I want. FDR weighs a lot, so you would only be able to pull it with their truck. Oh, do they? I hadn't noticed that. FSG one I have. Okay. You're probably right. I trust you. Well, I must admit I have had a blast this evening. It's been a lot of fun. To get back into it, I've missed it. I have missed being streaming. It's nice to be able to get back and nice to have a nice social crew in this evening. Lots of banter, which is good, of all sorts of different things. Whiskey, rockets, rugby, football, all sorts. So it's been good fun. I've really enjoyed it. So thank you all very much for being here with me. It's been good. Legion, thanks for hanging out, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for all your support and help over the past wee while. Appreciate you being part of the community, being a valuable part of the community at that, man. So take care, enjoy your day at work, and we'll chat later. We'll get that multiplayer stuff up and going sometime. So. I really think the people making mods have stepped it for 22. Thanks for the great content. I appreciate that, Jeremiah. I agree. I think there's been a lot more creativity, and you've got to give credit to Giants as well, because I think they've made a great game with 22 that has made it a lot more accessible for the content to be made. You know, production chains and those sort of things have opened up so many more avenues for modders and added to the content, and you know, the new licenses, different brands, and you know, some of the modders just out there are just getting so organized with, you know, creative mesh aside with pumps and hoses. You know, the South American guys with the Jackdo, bringing that stuff in, you know, custom modding, getting Honeybee on board, all sorts of different licensing, and that modders are prepared to go to the nth degree to secure that that license. So you know, I think it's pretty cool to see. Thanks, Peter. It's nice to be back. Nice to be back. I'm looking forward actually to getting back into Stone Valley on Sunday morning. I might even, we'll see. I'm toying with the idea whether, because I don't have kids football on Sunday like I have the last few weeks. I know the All Blacks is on at 3 in the morning, our time, local time. So I have toyed with the idea of rising very early and watching that, and then jumping straight into a live stream. So it'll be a few hours earlier than normal. We'll see. Otherwise, what I might do is do what I did last weekend, which is record the rugby, watched a couple of hours delayed at a more sensible time, and then stream. So we will see. I did even think about streaming while the game was on and actually watching it on one monitor and being able to discuss it live with anyone who was interested, but not sure if that's going to work. Probably not enough people who'd be interested in it either. Cheers, Steel Horse. Appreciate that, mate. Are you off to... Oh, alright. Thanks, man. And Jason, I appreciate that storyline, mate. That was awesome. Very cool to be able to add something in there and, you know, just obviously involve you through that, but also to just have a different way to play out a new combine coming. And that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to actually getting that on the ship, so to speak. Not in a hurry for it though. We've got a lot of planting and field work to do before we're going to be anywhere near needing a new combine. And I need to actually find the money to be able to pay you for it. But we'll get there. We will get there. Have I seen the new distillery from Zodelzok? I hate spelling his name. I haven't. Where's that? Obviously being a distillery, it's not going to be on Mod Hub, is it? I'll have to have a look. I'm actually impressed that he has hung around. I thought with, you know, global company kind of becoming a bit of a thing of the past with the production chains, he might have just drifted off into the background, but it's pretty cool that he's brought a lot of his global company buildings through and converted them to the use of production chains. Basically doing what he was doing with production with global company anyhow. Bringing it into 22. So that's pretty cool. I might even do with this. We might even windrow this and do us. Let's just think about actually doing proper silage rather than bales. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if there's a bale wrapper for the Heston bales. Workshop's pretty backed up as well. Oh, like I said, no hurry when you've got time. AgriZ website. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that one. Wish that Giants would make it you can do something with pigs, they just eat and poo. Yeah, I mean, you know, we all know that their reason for not having meat processing is because of their PG rating. I think if they had animals being slaughtered, that would wreck that pretty quick. And obviously the way they've got animals at the moment, models are making it finding it pretty hard to convert a animal as a unit into an item. You know, on 19 you could take an animal to an abattoir and you could actually, you know, it would go in and you could convert it into a meat or something like that. I do know there is one in the works though. Someone FSG met at FarmCon's working on something along those lines. So, excited to see where that comes, but I won't say any more about it. We'll wait and see what happens first. Alright. Well, probably got another 15 minutes of mowing here in front of me, so I think that is going to be a fantastic time to wrap the stream up. But tonight we'll get carry on mowing this and figure out what we're going to do with it for the next stream. I'll see, we might even get a roller in and go and roll those fields. Get maybe one of the Mandako Storm rollers in. It's not a Storm, is it? One of the Mandako rollers in. Mandako Storm would go and rip everything up. Probably not ideal. But there we are, we'll stop there, because it's not a bad straight line, is it? I'll take that any day of the week. There we are. Thank you all very much for joining the stream. It's been a blast to be back to it. Like I said, I did miss it, so it's nice to be able to join back in. Thank you, Mr. Crofter and Chinook again for those very generous super chats, and Crofter for renewing your membership. Another member's just joined in there, Mr. Bearsden Gaming. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in, saying hello. If you haven't already dropped a like, please make sure you do. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you are subscribed and tick the notifications and ring that bell so you get notified when there's any new content from me. We've got a whole lot more coming and planned for the channel over the next wee while, so stay tuned. It might be a little bit sporadic because things are still a little bit hectic in life, but appreciate you all hanging out and supporting me. So we'll see you the same time next week, all going to plan, and otherwise Stone Valley on Sunday morning, Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon for a lot of you guys, but it's my Sunday morning. So take care everyone, thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you again soon. Bye.